Hi, I shell a lot, and this morning I was on a tour with treasure seekers in the 10,000 Islands. Since those only last a few hours, when all is said and done, I have a decision to make. Go sit in my air-conditioned room or continue shelling. After a second or two, the decision always is, let's go shelling. So the adventure we are going on now is a visit to Marco Island. Now I'm not sure on the time, however you can see it's pretty bright. I would guess it's around 1 or 2 p.m.-ish? So make sure you reapply some sunscreen. Regarding the tide conditions, I don't know. However, I'm still going shelling.
Hi, I am Beach Bum and Dad. It has been months since I have been on Marco Island. I'm not expecting much, but let's go for a walk and see what we can find. There's a pretty jingle. There's an arc and a wormy. There's another wormy. So I don't know what's going on with the tide, but it kind of looks like it's going out. There's another one of my favorites, the orange jingle. Let's walk out here and look once. It's in the 80s, a little warm today, and I have been shelling since morning, all day. This water feels pretty good. So if this is how it's going to be, I'm okay with that. Look at that, bubble. I might even have to get close and look for a winnow trap. There's another bubble. There's a wormy. There's another bubble. Maybe a window trap. Look at that. Oops. A little lightning whelk. Definitely a day for the tinies. Alright, a little pile going on here. Let me back up, look at here. There's a wormy. And another lightning whelk. Look at here, little apple merricks. That's pretty cool. There's an apple merricks and another bubble. And of course, an orange jingle. What is that one again? Let me look at that. A prickly slipper snail? I think that's what that one is. Look at here. Look at these jingles. It's pretty awesome. I might just have a heyday finding those. There's another merricks. And a juvenile fighting conch. Oh, and a wormy. Look at that handful. There's another lightning whelk. I'll take it. This is just like when I was on shell tour today. If you know what you're looking for, let me see this one if it's broken. You can find the tinies. All right, that one's broken. There's a bubble. And I've been carrying that one around. It's a pretty scallop. Oh, look at this one. Let me bring that one up. Oh, nobody's home. Look at that wormy. That one's pretty awesome. Alright, let's get a little closer here because I saw this one. That's a juvenile fighter. Let's see what this one is. Another merricks. Little, I want to say that one's a little apple merricks. I'm telling you, this is pretty awesome. Oh, so close. Look at that. Look at that piece of that spire of that true. Alright, let's turn and keep walking. Jingle. Oh, and another lightning bolt. And here's a top. And there's that little walk. Okay, you're probably gonna say that one's not fair, but I had to bring it up to my eye because I saw the color and I wasn't sure. A purplish semele. I am so glad I came out. Beautiful scallop. There's some pretty color here. Can use those. That's a perfect size for our candles. Maybe we'll find a little pony. If not, it has been a success already. These are beautiful shells. And no one's even looking. That's alright. I'll grab them. Here's a pretty good pile. There's got to be something in here. Cockle shells. Wormies. A lot of shells that people pass up. Let's go down here. Let's see if we can catch something washing in. Listen to that sound. Maybe we'll find a tulip. Here's a cool scallop. The water was just a little clearer. A little clearer and a little calmer. I remember shelling here one time for the tinies. A little bit calmer than this, and we just sat here catching the ponies, shark eyes, gaudies, just all kinds of stuff. Now it's gonna be like, oh, speaking of ponies, we got one. There we go. On the board with a pony. Look at that, right in there. All kinds of stuff there. There's a spiny jewel box. If we just keep going back and forth here, I know we're gonna find something. Another prickly cockle. I suppose I should go put these in the shell bag. Oh, that would have been nice. That's a pretty big one. Orange jingle. And a piece of a bigger pony. Here's a little shelf. The waves are coming up, pushing shells in, and also washing this away. Now it'd be pretty easy right here. It's a little clearer. If I see an alphabet cone, I think I can snag that. Let's go over here. see if we can find a tulip. I can't even remember the last time I was out here. Saw that color up there. Wait a minute, okay. Come to think of it, the last time I was here was after a winter storm. My dad and I were shelling, and it was awesome. Well, I don't know if the tide is coming in, going out, or what, but it's kind of low right here, so let's go check this out. Since no one's right here. Let's see. There's a little shark eye. Juvenile fighting conch. And I see a pony, but it looks a little weathered. Yeah. Egg casing. Oh, look at this, right here. There's a Florida cone. It's a pretty big one. Another prickly cockle. Let's look right along here. Coral frag. Another spiny. There's an olive. Move down here. Walk back. What's this? There's a weathered turkey wing. Another prickly cockle. So I would say for a last minute stop. Oh, what's this? Oh, I thought that was a whole one. That we didn't do too bad. I mean, I have a parking permit from going out on the shell tours, so I thought, all right, I'm gonna stop and see if I can find something before we go eat. That wasn't too bad. We had prickly cockles. At least the one olive. Several lightning whelks. And wormies. Wormies and lots of jingles. And I think on the way back, I'm gonna have to pick up a bunch more. So thank you so much for coming out. If you haven't already subscribed, I'd be honored if you'd click on that Janoni right about there to subscribe. And if you want to keep shelling, that's YouTube's choice for your next video. Again, thanks for coming along, and I'll see you back out on the beach.